All right. So it is live at this moment. Welcome, Body Odor Suffers. This is going to be a recorded live stream, but this is going to be the first success story series. With me, I have Salvador. He was from the previous interview. I think he was number 25. He said that he completely removed or got rid of his T-Mal with kombucha. How are you doing, Salvador?
Hey, how are you doing? Hi, everyone.
Well, I'm
Um,
doing.
yeah,
Yeah, well,
you're
I'm
doing
doing
well?
fine. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are excited to hear updates. I think
You
this is
should
like
all be very, very, very excited.
2 weeks from now. So what do you feel 2 weeks from now after taking kombucha? Do you still feel that you still need to be on the low choline diet, or are you eating normally? What is the status 2 weeks from now? I mean, at least
Okay,
today.
last time we had an interview, um, I was pretty much cured. I didn't have any symptoms, but I had one day when I did have a little bit of symptoms because I did everything wrong. But right now I'm like eating fish, eating caffeine. I have caffeine right here. At this point, I don't care at all anymore. My gut
Mm.
I think it's perfect now. I wouldn't be surprised if it's better than the average person's gut.
Hmm. And I wanted to ask you, like, do you still take kombucha? Do you feel like if you stop taking kombucha, it will come back?
I don't know. I would like to know, but to be honest, I don't want to find out right now. So I'm still drinking it. Yeah, I'm
Hmm.
still drinking it. Um, I don't know if kombucha would permanently establish colonies of bacteria, or if it's just like a temporal thing that, as long as you're taking it, it fixes it. I don't really know. Um, but either way, it's amazing news.
Oh, and with kombucha, a lot of people, I know it took you the first time you did it for just a week, and you felt like it wasn't effective. I wanted to ask more about that first batch
Yes.
that you try to do.
Yeah, yeah. I
Did you
think this.
see any lower? Did you have any type of lower odor with that first batch when you
Okay.
try to take
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. 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 I think this is very important to talk about. At first, when I was drinking weaker kombucha and less, I noticed a reduction in symptoms right away after taking it, like a few hours after I took it, or even minutes after taking it. It
Wow.
would reduce the smell. Like, for example, if I ate um, some meat and I took kombucha along with it, it's like it would um, diminish the bad smell that I would get from that food. So it would work right away.
Hmm.
Um, but it didn't. It didn't completely eliminated because it was too weak. So it's very important for for you all guys to get strong kombucha.
And I do recall that within the interview, you were saying that when you did the second batch of kombucha, where you let it stay for 2 weeks, you noticed on the fourth day that your symptoms or your odor symptoms completely were eliminated, or they're very minimal.
Yeah, by the fourth day of drinking it, 90% of my symptoms were gone. So it worked incredibly fast, super effective, extremely effective. It surprised me. It blew my mind how fast it worked.
Mm.
Um, you guys should be hyped about this.
Well, I wanted to ask you. I know you said in the interview, within the interview, you said it took you maybe like $11. But when I did it, actually had to buy like two the 2 gallon glass jars. I had to buy the
Yeah,
SCOBY disc. I had to buy the teas. It was more than $11. It was
yeah, because
probably around
I
like
had
30
glass
something.
jars at home, and
Oh,
a
you
lot of people, I bet they have glass jars. But if you don't have them, those are the bulk of the price.
hmm
Hmm.
But where did you buy your SCOBY disc? Because within the success story, I do want to share links. So if people want to buy the certain SCOBY that you bought, or maybe you got it for free, like where did you buy your SCOBY?
Okay, I'm in Europe, so I use a different Amazon website. It's like Amazon dot s instead of dot com.
Mm-hmm.
So the listings and the products there are different.
Okay.
Um, but I
But
think it costed me about $6 to get a couple of scobies.
okay.
I
Um,
just got the cheapest one.
right.
I looked for the cheapest SCOBY and used that one. I don't
I
think
also,
it matters.
I also wanted to ask you, could we take a look at your kombucha? Like if there's anyone that's close by you that we can
I mean,
see.
I have I mixed kombucha with coffee, which was a terrible idea. No, don't
Mm.
do it, guys. It tasted bad. But yeah, I have my kombucha right here. Give me a sec.
Mhm. Or the kombucha bag. I think you had like several different jars with you.
I have about 4 jars. This is the biggest one I have, which is about 5 liters, and then I have a bunch of 1.5 liter jars.
Hmm. And so with the 5 liter jar, you drink at least two. Do you know like the measurements in general? How many ounces you drink a day of kombucha?
Um, I drink about 2 cups minimum,
So that's
three
16 ounces.
cups, 3 cups average. Some days I may go up to four.
Mm,
Hmm.
3 to 4 cups, or two to 4 cups, I guess.
Yeah.
Hmm.
When it didn't work, the first time I tried, I think I drank about 1 to 2 cups, and it was less fermented. So with that amount, it didn't work, um, and because it was less fermented. But I think that if you take 2 glasses and it's very fermented, I think that should be like a good amount.
I
That's what
also
worked.
I also want to ask you, well, two questions. One, do you feel like you would have to do this for the rest of your life, consistently just drink kombucha to make sure that you don't have any type of odor symptoms or symptoms of TMAO?
Okay. Um, I don't know, but I think that if kombucha doesn't solve it permanently, which it may, then other probiotics probably could. Because, for example, kefir, um, I think kefir may be stronger. And according to Joshua's test, he said that he had established new colonies because he did a gut test and he had like he had the proof of the bacteria that he had in his gut, and he had established new bacteria that weren't there before. And I think those bacteria, once they're there, they're like permanently established. They have like their own colony in your body, even if you don't drink it. And I don't know if kombucha is able to do that. I think it probably can, but if it can't, then yeah, I would have to keep drinking it. But if that were the case, I would try other probiotics.
Well, have you ever considered doing a gut test just to see if you have great good bacteria within your body?
I'm definitely interested in doing a gut test. I haven't done much research, to be honest. I should, um, but I've been told that in Europe there isn't the same test that you can get in the US, and that if you want to get like a gut test, that it's more expensive. I don't know if that's true, but that's what they told me.
Okay.
I should research it.
Okay. So yeah, I did want to ask you, like, on average, how much you think it cost you to do all that? I know you said you already had like jars left over, but did you have to buy on average? How much do you think you spent to just do kombucha with including the SCOBY, including, I don't know, additional ingredients like maybe you didn't have sugar, or maybe um, you didn't have like a tea available. How much do you feel like on average you spent just creating this whole thing?
How much on average, like to make your first batch?
Yes.
Um, okay, the cheapest 5 liter glass jar that I found was about $12.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that's 24 for two. You can start with one, but I would suggest getting two, because once you run out of the first jar, you gotta keep drinking it, and it's better to have another glass jar to, it makes everything easier.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so 24, then tea, sugar, and the SCOBY. So about 32 bucks,
$32.
more or less. Yeah. You
Mm,
can you can probably do it with 20 bucks if you don't get the second glass jar. That's much better than doing nothing.
right. So, in the future, are you ever going to possibly test the limits of the kombucha, and see if you can still eat normally without consuming kombucha?
I could probably test it. Yeah, I may eventually do it. It'd be good to find out. But even if I don't do it, some people are gonna find out for me if that's the case. But I mean, it's nice to know from firsthand experience if that'll happen in my body. Yeah, I probably will do it.
All right. And how, at this moment, how long have you been odor free?
Um, I don't know exactly. Last time we talked, I think it was 3 weeks,
Hmm.
and was that about 2 weeks ago, or how long ago?
Yeah, possibly 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 1 month and a week, maybe something like that.
I think it was 3 weeks ago because last week I didn't do. We were supposed to do it, but we didn't do it, and now this is a new week. So technically, yeah, because I had an interview with you, then it was Josh, and then last week
Yes,
it was nothing, and then it's you today.
so about 6 weeks.
Yes. So 6 weeks of no odor. And I guess the
I'm
last thing,
so happy.
yeah, but
Yeah.
it's very interesting to hear that you still have 6 weeks success. I am very curious to see if like you may possibly in the future you try to just not drink kombucha for 2 weeks and then eat normally and see if there is going to possibly be odor coming back, or possibly do some type of gut test to see if you have good microflora in your gut, just to see if there's any difference or something like that.
Yeah, actually, something that I think is very relevant to this conversation is that um, I've had days when I don't drink kombucha, maybe because I run out and I'm fermenting some, and I've noticed that even though I don't get the TMAU smell, and my smell is that of a normal person, my smell within normal ranges, within what will be considered normal, if I don't drink, I would smell slightly worse, not like TMAU at all. Like if anybody smells me, they would say I smell like a normal person, but everybody smells a little bit. Uh,
Hmm.
your mom, your friends, and they all smell a little bit,
Right.
and um, that smell would be a little bit worse days when I didn't drink kombucha. If I didn't
Hmm.
drink kombucha for a few days. So
Mm.
I think that that if you gave kombucha to the average person, um, even if they smell pretty good, they would smell even better. I think.
Yeah, I actually I got an article, or received an article from someone who showed me that um that they were talking. There was somebody who was talking about kombucha actually helping their body odor. Um,
Mhm,
it was anecdotal, so it was just their experience. But so there's no like
mhm,
evidence that, oh yeah,
mhm.
drinking kombucha is going to make you smell less. But there was somebody who had a blog about drinking kombucha, and he said that he had experience
Oh,
of having less body odor.
interesting.
So
Mhm.
that's interesting that you said that, and it's interesting that the guy on the
Yeah,
website said that.
yeah.
Um,
For example, I've noticed that some days, if I drink a lot of kombucha, like if I drink a lot, um, it's as if my body is incapable of emitting any smell. Even if I work out like crazy, even if I like do sweat tons, if I drink a lot of kombucha, I will smell like absolutely nothing.
Wow,
better than the average person.
that's very interesting. See, because I know with like chlorophyll, it's considered like an internal body odor, internal deodorizer, and I know you
Yeah,
took it before, but you
yeah,
feel
I
like
took it for a
kombucha
long
is
time.
way better at completely eliminating any type of negative or bad smell from your body.
That and many more things.
Mm.
Yeah,
So yeah, this was only going to be just a short checkup on you, and I also want you to show your video because I know you made a video on your channel about how to
sure.
create your own kombucha. So
Yeah, am I
you
sharing my screen right now? Yeah. Okay.
yeah, but you're sharing the screen where we're actually okay. Well, let me.
Yeah, I made this video. It's about how to make the kombucha that cured my TMAU. It's laid step by step,
Mhm.
so it should be pretty easy to follow. I have the materials that you need in the description. I'll probably include some Amazon links. Um, yeah, I will to make it easier for you. I'm gonna include Amazon links from from Amazon.com, which is the Amazon that they use in the US.
Mhm.
Uh,
All
yeah,
right. All right. Well, yeah, I'm also going to link that video within the comments. So if people want
yeah,
to take a look at it, they can figure out how Salvador made his successful kombucha batch, which eliminated his T mouth symptoms. But
yeah,
yeah, I really appreciate you, Salvador, stopping by to give us a checkup on your progress. It's great to hear that your symptoms have completely diminished and still are diminished 3 weeks later. If anybody has any success stories about eliminating their TMAL or even PATM, yeah, just hit me up
yeah,
at illsuffers at
yeah.
gmail.com. Is there any
Um,
final closing words that you want to say, Salvador?
yeah. eh, Go. You all subscribe to my channel and ask me anything you want to know. I'm here to like answer all your questions, and I'm gonna keep uploading videos answering your questions. So make sure you stay tuned. And by the way, like at the beginning of this video, the clip is there's a clip I didn't notice when I uploaded it, but you can just ignore it. It's like the video is not fit. It didn't fit
Properly.
in correctly in the video, but
Yeah, it's fine. You still
yeah,
you
just
still laid
ignore
out
that.
pretty good information of how to do it. So,
Yeah.
uh, oh yeah, his channel is Cure Trimethylaminuria. That's what it's called.
Yes.
All right. So if anybody wants to subscribe to his channel, just type into YouTube Cure Trimethylaminuria and subscribe to him.
Yeah. Yeah. Can we include it like in the video's description?
Yeah, yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. Make sure you send me, email me the proper name so I could put in the description.
Sure.
I yeah. So that's pretty much about it. Yeah, I appreciate you, Salvador, and this is the
Yeah.
first
Sure.
success story within the series. Hopefully, we have more. Um, I see
We'll
you
have
guys.
more. I'm very positive that we will.
All right.
All right.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thanks.